Have you ever felt this way? You go to bed early, lights off on time. You lie still, no phone, no TV. And yet, the next morning, your head is heavy, your eyes sore, your body tired, like you never rested at all. I've heard this from so many people after 50. They tell me, "Doctor, my sleep is paper thin. Even a breeze wakes me up." They've tried melatonin, herbal tea, even sleeping pills as a last resort. They close their eyes, but their mind won't sleep. It keeps spinning. One of my longtime patients once told me, "My eyes are closed, but my mind stays wide open. It keeps thinking. It won't stop." Have you ever been there? They don't have a problem with sleep time. They have a problem with sleep quality. And what's worse, the things destroying their sleep are silent. They're hidden in the tiniest habits. They repeat night after night. So in the morning, they're left thinking they need more sleep, when in reality, what they need is better sleep. Today, I want to walk you through 8 silent mistakes, ones I've seen in hundreds of patients, and sometimes even in myself, small things that may be quietly ruining your sleep every night without you even realizing it.
Mistake number 1. Bringing thoughts into bed. Picture this. You're in bed, lights off, covers on, but your mind, it starts spinning. Unfinished tasks, calls you need to make, a conversation from earlier. Did they misunderstand me? One thought after another, like a film that won't stop. I had a 63-year-old patient, recently retired. She'd say, "I fall asleep, but not deeply. I lie down and my mind just starts thinking. Sometimes it's about things from 10 years ago." And I get it. Maybe you do too. Because when you bring the entire day into bed, you're teaching your brain that the bed isn't for rest. It's a place for thinking, for problem solving, for worrying. Let me offer you a small shift. The bed isn't for thinking. It's a signal. It tells the body it's time to rest. If you find your thoughts racing when you lie down, gently get up. Take a sheet of paper, write them down, fold it, and place it on the table. That simple gesture says to your mind, "This matters, but not tonight. I'll return to it tomorrow." It may sound small, but it's the first step to returning your bed to its true purpose: sleep.
Mistake number 2, eating too close to bedtime. Have you noticed our grandparents used to eat dinner early, around 5 or 6 p.m. They'd take a slow walk after, then prepare for bed. No one ate right before sleep. But today, we often eat dinner at 8, 9 p.m. Some even snack right before bed, a warm glass of milk, a cookie, hoping it'll help. Sure, a little food can feel comforting, but after 50, digestion slows. And here's the key: your body can't fully rest while it's still digesting. One of my patients, a strong 58-year-old man, told me, "Doc, I sleep 7 hours, but every morning I wake up tired, like I'm low on oxygen." When I asked him about his evening routine, he said, "I work late. Sometimes I finish dinner at 9:30 and go straight to bed." There it was. When you eat too late, your stomach stays active. It wakes up your entire digestive system, your liver,
pancreas, intestines, your body temperature rises, insulin spikes, your heart beats faster. But deep sleep requires your body to cool down and slow its rhythm. I asked him to eat just 2 hours earlier and avoid snacking past 8 p.m. 1 week later, he smiled and said, "I didn't expect such a small shift to make my mornings feel so clear." So if your schedule is tight, at least give your body a few hours before bed. And if you're truly hungry, try a sip of warm water instead. Deep sleep isn't found in pills. It lives in tiny timing choices, like when you eat and when you let go.
Mistake number 3. Sleeping in a room that's too warm. Now picture this. You step into a cozy, sealed-up room. It's warm. You lie down. Soft bed, thick blanket. But instead of feeling relaxed, your body feels stuffy, heavy. You toss. You sweat a little at the neck. And sleep, it plays hard to get, like a lover giving you the silent treatment. I've seen this often in patients over 50. They say, "I'm used to this temperature. Why can't I sleep well anymore?" Here's the science behind it. To fall into deep sleep, your core body temperature must drop slightly, around 1 to 1.5 degrees Celsius. That drop tells your brain it's time to rest. But if your room is too warm or you're buried in thick blankets, your body can't cool down. And without that drop, deep sleep stays out of reach. One of my patients, a 65-year-old man from Arizona, said, "I thought using a fan was enough, but with the fan, my nose dried out. Without it, I sweated. Either way, I couldn't sleep well." I gave him simple advice. If you can, lower the room temperature to 64 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. If not, open a window for airflow, use light cotton blankets, and soak your feet in warm water for 15 minutes before bed. A few nights later, he texted me, "I forgot what it felt like to lie down and just drift off." Sometimes better sleep doesn't need medication. Just a little cool air and your body does the rest.
Mistake number 4. Thinking too much in bed again. Have you ever shut your eyes, but your brain keeps typing out thoughts like a broken keyboard? Tomorrow's to-do list, calls you forgot, that comment someone made earlier, still bothering you. Your body's still, but your mind is buzzing like a generator. A patient of mine once sighed and said, "Doctor, I don't lack sleep. I lack peace in my head." That line stayed with me because it's true. We confuse being in bed with resting. If your bed becomes a place for worrying, analyzing, rethinking, your brain stops seeing it as a place for rest. So I often tell patients, if you've been lying in bed for 15 to 20 minutes and you're still wide awake, get up. Go sit somewhere quiet. Write down every thought on your mind. Or read a physical book. Breathe slowly. Let your mind settle. Then, only when you feel calm, return to bed. Treat your bed like a trusted friend, not a second office. Sleep doesn't come to those who try harder. It comes to those who gently let go.
Mistake number 5. A bedroom that's too hot. Let's go back to the feeling of a perfect night. Cool air, dim lighting, light blanket. Your body sighs, your mind softens, and you fall asleep naturally. Now flip that. A stuffy room, stale air, thick comforters. You feel sweaty, restless. Even if you're tired, deep sleep slips away. Sound familiar? Many of my older patients prefer warm rooms, afraid of catching a chill. I understand. With age, we become more sensitive to cold. But here's what's often overlooked. Our bodies need to cool down to fall into deep sleep. Studies show that even a 1 to 2 degrees Celsius drop in core temperature helps release melatonin, the sleep hormone. But if your room is too warm or your blanket's too thick, your body stays overheated, and you end up stuck in light, shallow sleep. What I recommend? Drop your room temp to around 64 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. Use breathable, thin blankets. And if you worry about cold feet, wear soft cotton socks instead of piling on more covers. One man told me, just switching to a thinner cotton blanket helped me sleep deeper. No more night sweats. My head felt clear again. Sometimes what we need isn't a stronger sleep aid, it's a cooler night.
Mistake number 6. No consistent sleep-wake schedule. Ever notice this? Some nights you sleep 7 hours and still feel groggy, but other nights, with just 5 to 6 hours, you wake up alert. It's not luck, it's your biological clock. Inside us all is a 24-hour rhythm that controls hormones, temperature, and energy levels. But here's the problem I see in many people over 50: inconsistent sleep schedules. One night it's 9 p.m., another night it's midnight. Weekends, they try to catch up by sleeping in. But sleep doesn't know what day it is. It only knows consistency. One woman told me, "I thought I was sleeping enough, but I always felt like I was sleepwalking through the day." The fix? Go to bed and wake up at the same time, every day, even on weekends. When you do that, your brain knows exactly when to release melatonin. Sleep becomes easier, deeper, more natural. Just start simple. Choose a bedtime, say 10 p.m., and stick with it for 7 days. Your body will thank you.
Mistake number 7. Sleeping in a room that's too stuffy. Now imagine this. It's a summer night. The fan hums gently. The air feels crisp. You lie down. Your body relaxes. Your eyes close with ease. And just like that, you're asleep. Deeply, peacefully. Now imagine the opposite. A hot, stuffy room. Thick air. No airflow. Your back's sweating. You toss and turn. The body wants rest, but it can't settle. Sound familiar? Many people don't realize this. Your body needs to cool down to reach deep sleep. When your core body temperature drops slightly, just 1 degree Celsius, your brain sends the signal, time to repair, time to rest. But when the room is too warm, your body stays too alert. You might be asleep, but not deeply. You wake up tired, foggy, as if your brain never really shut off. I had a patient in California, early 60s. He said, "I keep waking up in the middle of the night, drenched in sweat." Turns out, his heater was set to 79 degrees F. Thick blankets, closed windows. We made a few small changes. Dropped the room temp to 66 degrees F. Swapped out thick blankets for a breathable cotton one. A week later,
He smiled and said, "I finally slept through the night. First time in years." Sometimes the answer isn't medicine. It's a cooler room and a little fresh air.
Mistake number 8. No set sleep-wake rhythm. I once asked a patient, "What time do you usually sleep?" She said, "Well, sometimes 10, sometimes 1 a.m. I wake up whenever I wake up." Sounds relaxed, right? But for sleep, this is a hidden trap. You see, your body has a natural biological clock. It doesn't need alarms. But if you confuse it by sleeping at random hours, it gets lost. Melatonin, the sleep hormone, won't know when to show up. You might lie down, but your body won't be ready. Think of a plane trying to land. It needs a clear, steady runway. If that runway moves every night, the plane can't land properly. Sleep works the same way. Create a consistent window for sleep and wake, even weekends, even holidays. You don't have to be rigid. A 30 to 45-minute range is fine, but give your body a rhythm it can trust. One woman, 65, chronic insomnia, tried everything. Nothing worked until we created her golden routine. In bed by 10 p.m., up by 6 a.m., window open, sunlight on her face. A month later, she felt sharper, calmer. She even joked, "I feel younger." Sleep isn't just about hours, it's about harmony.
You know, when we were younger, people said, "Stay up late, live life to the fullest." But now, I believe this: a deep, peaceful sleep is how you truly live each day to the fullest. After 50, our most precious asset is not time, it's energy. One good night's sleep can restore your memory, boost your heart, lift your spirit. And if you've ever stared at the ceiling at 2 a.m. or woken up with your body heavy and your mind cloudy, then maybe, just maybe, one of these small mistakes has been quietly holding you back. But here's the good news. You can begin again. One small change, repeated each night, and slowly, gently, your sleep and your life will feel light again. If this video helped you, leave a comment below. Tell me your experience, or simply write, "I'm starting tonight." I read every word. And if you'd like more content on sleep, aging well, and calm living, hit subscribe and turn on the bell icon. Thank you for spending this time with me. I wish you a gentle night and a sleep so deep it feels like your soul is smiling.